Hello Gemini, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, Gemini. How you doing? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. Look, we are going to do a reading for the week ahead, Gemini, as I always do. If you are the ride or die already, you know that. I am reading from, though, the Lenormand deck and the Kipper. That's what we're using for the overall energy for the week ahead. Then we're going to come in with some tarot and get some detail about what's going on in the week ahead. If you are somebody who is brand new to this Gemini tribe, or it's your first time clicking here, welcome. I always do read for the week ahead for all of the signs throughout the week, and you are welcome here. If you would like to stay, there is a subscription button down in the bottom right hand corner. Thank you for your clicks and views. A thumbs up would be great. If you can afford it, that would be great. Let's find out what's going on for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Give me some energy for the week ahead for Gemini. Please, Gemini, if you're my ride or die, thanks for being here. All right, so we do have some energy. We have the labyrinth. We have the clouds and the sun here. And we do have the ship. So it does feel like here, right away, it feels like you've been wandering about trying to find an answer for something. It feels like with card 43, for some of you, it could be an answer about love, because we do have the people that are in the labyrinth here, and then we have a person who's got a bunch of doves above their head wearing red. So for some of you, it could be relationship related. It doesn't have to be, though. I feel like you're trying to find an answer. Now, I feel like the 6 is telling me that you're kind of going back and forth on something. The 6 could mean that maybe you're now finally out of a place of lack, which is the 5, and you finally got into the 6 where you can make a decision about something. We do have the King of Wands on the bottom right hand corner here. So it does feel like you're about to take action on something, or possibly you're feeling motivated to do something, make a decision. It does feel like you've been wandering about in the labyrinth, like bumping into walls. Nope, that's not the way. That's not the person. That's not the job. Whatever the situation is. And I feel like there's something here you've been going back and forth on, weighing the pros and the cons. Because we do have, like it's never going to be sunshiny every day. The sun can't shine every day. We're here for a good time and not a long time, right? The sun can't shine every day. Everything is going to have its pros and cons, and we're all going to experience a storm or some rain at some point. But I want to say that it feels like right now that you are trying to get a clearer view on something. It feels like you're sort of up in your head about what to do next, trying to make a decision, because you're tired of using your energy in the wrong way, wandering about the labyrinth, not being able to make a decision. So we do have this ship. Now the ship, you can see, is above ground. It's actually flying, right? We have, it tells me that there's air going on here. You're up in the mind, and but we do have some mountains here. So it tells me that you're making a decision which has been difficult, but it feels like you're about to scale some sort of obstacle by looking at it from a different direction. We do have the 10 of Swords. Before long, I feel like you're going to be making a decision about something, but it's going to cause you to have to release something else. So it feels like here, I always say when I see this, rising above the bullshit. Like it feels like you're rising above it all. We do have card number 3 here, which tells me that maybe you're seeing 3s possibly. We do have a couple of 3s here, 43 and a 3 here. Also, we have the card number 43, which is a 7. So I feel like you're being divinely guided, but in your little bit of stubbornness, I know that you're not a fixed sign, but in your little bit of stubbornness, you're trying to do the thing that you want to do for you. But I feel like you're supposed to weigh the pros and cons on something here. Card number 3 could also mean that you are the Empress, whether you're feminine or masculine. Maybe you have Libra or Taurus energy, but it does feel like somebody's going to have to release something with the 10 of Swords here, or something like maybe you've been feeling like you've been betrayed by a situation. Maybe you thought it would be easier to make the decision. We do have card number 13, which tells me that there's change or transformation. Card number 13 is the death energy in the tarot. And so it feels like for some of you that there is some sort of quick decision or transformation that's happening here. We do have interestingly enough, we have the Knight, which is the Jack of Spades, which is Swords. The Knight of Swords is your energy. It feels like you're going to be making some sort of a really quick decision here to end something, because we've got card number 13, which is the death energy. And then we have the sarcophagus, which of course is the place where they used to bury the dead. So it feels like I feel like after this is over, it's going to give you the confidence to work on yourself. It feels like somebody here is trying to make a decision to maybe build a bridge to someone. It feels like after this quick decision was made here with the whip and the broom, it feels like the bridge is like we're trying to build the bridge to get back together again, or to come to a place where we agree on something, or maybe you're building a bridge to someone so you can access their energy. But it does feel like that something quickly is about to change here. Let's find out what the Kipper has to say. Tell me about Gemini, please. Tell me about Gemini. What does the Keeper have to say about Gemini and the Lenormand here? Tell me about Gemini, please. We've got cards. Let's find out what's going on here. So we do have this one that came out first. We have despair. We have a message of concern. And then we have, again, another 13. So we do have now synchronicities we're looking at. Again, right? 13s. Possibly 1313 might be a synchronistic number you've been seeing. Maybe you'll be seeing it in the future. If you see it in the future, I feel for those of you who see it in the future, it could mean a windfall is near. It could mean that something's being said in your favor, or you might be collecting money. It's the wealthy man here. But it also might mean that a decision that you make to end something and begin something is a decision that will bring in good wealth, whether that's wealth in money. I feel like it's coming in time. We have a timepiece here. It could be something that's coming in money, but it also could be a change in your health or good health. It could be that. It does feel like with despair here, card number 32 is a 5. And so somebody here has been feeling in lack about wandering around in the labyrinth. I feel like you've been spending a lot of your energy bumping into things, going, like trying to get through doors that are not yours. And this is what happens when you try to lead rather than listening to the universe about what direction to go in. So I feel like your little bit of stubbornness here, Gemini, is causing you to bump into doors. You're like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going this way. But the universe is stopping you by shutting the door, or I feel like you're in despair because there's something here that you want, but you can't have it. And I feel like it's pissing you off, is what it feels like. This says despair. For some of you, it could be the job you want and they're not hiring. Maybe you got turned down for a job. It feels like somebody is in despair because I'm using so much of my energy to find out what it is that I want, and I can't have the things that I want. We have a message of concern. Card number 14 here is the Sagittarian energy or Temperance energy in the tarot, and I feel like the message of concern is something that is going to make you feel a type of way here. It feels like with the card number 6 here, with the sunshine breaking through the clouds, it feels like maybe you've either felt, I think you've been feeling this angst or this frustration, or it's been rainy and cloudy where you are, and I mean metaphorically, could be physically, right? But it feels like there is a message of concern coming in. So there is something that you're going to find out that is going to give you some type of an aha moment because the lamp is on here. So it is a message of concern. It doesn't have to be bad concern or good concern. We don't know. We'll clarify, right? We've got both here. And then we have somebody here who is rising above it all, rising above the bullshit to end something. There's a 13 here, which is the death card, which indicates something is dying in order for something else to be born. For some of you, it could be a child that's being born. You could be hearing about someone who's pregnant. But we do have the wealthy man, right? And then we also have the 10 of swords. So it tells me when I see the death energy with the 10 of swords, something is going to be done. Like you're never going back there. The 10 of swords is the betrayal. It's the end of something and the release. But card number 13 is it. Done, right? And we did also see the sarcophagus telling me that something here is done. And now it's time to build a bridge to something else. There's a false person in your life, friend, and I feel like you're going to figure them out. I feel like you've been going back and forth, back and forth. Is this person for me? Is this the right relationship? Is that person really my friend? It feels like you've been going back and forth as to what is really going on here. That's what it feels like. All right. Gemini. Let's find out what's going on. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, there is a sale. It starts today, goes till the 15th, 10% off. Any type of reading you're interested in, please go to the pinned comment. There is a code there that you'll need to get your 10% off. please take the code to the link that is in the comments. Please go to the comments below this video to find out what it is that you need. Let's take a look at it, Gemini. Tell me what else is coming up for Gemini, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh, Temperance. We're talking about it a lot, right? It's right here. So we're talking about Temperance, and I was feeling it already in the reading. So it does feel like a moment of alchemy is coming. So there is some sort of message that's showing up, and I feel like it's showing up at the right time. So it feels like you've been wandering around, bumping into things, trying to force a situation possibly, and it just is coming in its own time, I want to say. We have the Three of Wands in the reverse. It feels like somebody here has been impatient, I want to say. That the Three of Wands is about sort of looking at the options, looking at things from a higher specific higher ground. I can see things in the distance now. It feels like the Three of Wands tells me that either the wait is over or that you're really impatient, but nothing happens before the moment of alchemy. Nothing happens until everything in the world is in balance, right? We do have the Five of Swords. It does feel like you're having other intrusive thoughts or fighting yourself or arguing with others. It feels like I was feeling a little bit of angst off of that Six and the Labyrinth here. It does feel like this Five of Swords does play into that, and it does feel like you have some sort of impatience that's going on here. We have the Queen of Swords. You are about to speak your mind, though. I feel like you're about to say something, something that's truthful and honest. You're about to stand up for yourself. I feel like you're coming out of a hard cycle, and the hard cycle, to me, the Six of Wands, is telling me that I feel like you've come from a place of trauma or the war or the fight, or maybe fighting in the mind, right? Because we do have the Six of Wands with the Queen of Swords. I think that whatever you say, look, when you speak, right? Like, I feel like you're just always very truthful and honest, and you don't really care how people around you take that, but you can see the butterflies are around this sword. And I think that whatever you're about to say or stand up for yourself for is something that is going to be very transformative for the people around you. So I feel like that's why it has to be done in the perfect time, right? We got this timepiece here, the perfect time, card number 14, card number 14. We now see 1414, right? So it feels like there is a perfect time for all of this to go down, and you've been trying to force the issue, and it's not time for you to stand up before now, I want to say. And when I say when you say something, everybody's going to listen. I think that you get a lot of attention for whatever your topic of conversation is. We've got the Ace of Swords. So it is something that you've realized. You might be telling someone, you know what, I'm out. I'm done with this, right? The Six of Swords is here. And I feel like it's something you may have been hiding under the surface, right? 5, 6, 7 swords. You may have been hiding it under the surface. Maybe because you didn't want it to get out because there's people in your group that you do not trust. It feels like this Ace of Swords is telling me there's an aha moment or a moment of clarity for you about what's going on here in the Five of Swords. We're going to come back and clarify that a little, and we'll find out more about what's going on. We've got the Queen of Wands. You're about to make a move that people don't see you as making. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is just going to do it. Like, I'm just going to do it. I don't really care what you guys think. I don't care if you think I'm going to fail. I'll fall, I'll scrape my knees. I don't care. I've been through the trauma. I'm good. Like, I feel like you're just going to make a decision, and you're going to make it independently. I don't know that you're going to tell anyone else about it. We've got the Three of Cups, and we've got the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you've thought about it long enough, or you've been stuck in your head about something. It's like, I need to be happier. I need to have more socializing. I need to be happier. For some of you in the future, there could be a reunion with a Queen of Wands. Take that as it is for you. You're always supposed to bring your discernment to these readings so you'll know which parts are yours. Let's find out what is going on. We're going to clarify a little bit here. What's going on here for Gemini, please? Tell me about this labyrinth of despair, because it feels like somebody's been wandering about in a labyrinth of despair, bumping into things, trying to open locked doors, bumping into walls. Nope, that's not the way. Turn around. Now I got to go back. It takes a lot of energy to wander around the labyrinth. What's going on here? We've got the Seven of Wands, and it's making you feel a little bit defensive. It's like people have been saying to you, that's not the way. And you're like, shut up. I'll do what I want. I'll go that way if I want to, but I don't think it's been working out all that great for you because you're still stuck in the labyrinth. We've got the Two of Swords here. You're making some sort of decision is what it looks like. You're trying to make a decision, and the decisions that you're making are not working out for you. It feels like you've got a blindfold on. There's something that you don't see here. You need more information in order to be able to hit the bullseye. You got to take off the blindfold. Something has just turned here. We've got the Devil and the Ten of Swords. Again, the Ten of Swords is coming up for the second time. And it feels like you need to end something toxic. A toxic friendship, a toxic relationship. There's something here you don't trust. That you think that somebody is talking to you out of both sides of their face. That's what it looks like. The false person here. There is somebody in your life that you don't trust. And it feels like you're failing to make a decision about what to do about wandering around this labyrinth. I really do feel like it's other people. The Six of Wands is telling me that there's other people are saying, look, they're not that bad. Look, they're part of your family. Look, that's your sister. Look, that's your brother. Look, that's your mother. I don't really care. If they're toxic, let them go. I feel like somebody here is holding on because other people are, they're working under the expectations of others is what it looks like here. Got a message of concern, and you're going to feel some kind of way about that. Tell me about this here. You're going to have to take action about whatever is in this message of concern. What is the message of concern for Gemini, please? Right. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. It might have something to do with your stability, your money, your home, your family, home hearth, right? The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's growing their own abundance, somebody who's in charge of their own finances. Tell me more about this. We've got the Empress, card number 3. So this is the Empress energy. Now we have 3, 3, 3. So I feel like you're on the right path to somewhere at this point. Once you stop banging into things, bumping into things, taking the wrong door. The Empress is the one who is in co-creation with the universe, is listening to themselves, has their intuition. This person has wisdom. I feel like you finally are starting to see something for what it is. I feel like you are getting a message from somebody that you trust here. You could be the Empress, or maybe they are Taurus, Libra energy. Yep, there is a message that's coming in. What's the message about, please? What is the message concerning the Queen of Pentacles? We've got the Five of Swords. It's somebody smack talking behind your back. Again, 10 swords. It feels like there is somebody here who's talking behind your back, somebody who you do not see eye to eye with. You are hell-bent on keeping them in your life because people are telling you to. People are putting pressure on you to keep this person in your life because they might be related to you, or they might be a person like a friend who's been in your life forever. Maybe it's a friend of a friend. Tell me more. Yeah, again, we've got the Death card. Death card is 13, 13, 13. Sarcophagus is under here. Death, and then we have 10 of Swords here, which is also the end of something. So I feel like the universe is saying, you know what, you need to stop doing this to yourself. You need to stop running into walls and pretending you like people. I feel like the pretending is going to stop pretty soon. That's what it feels like here. We've got the World card. The pretending is about to stop, Gemini. I feel like, you know, it's time for you to just be really honest with this Knight of Swords. That's your energy. You're just going to get to a point where you're just going to spit it out and let them sort it out is what it feels like here. And we have the Ace of Cups. You know, for some of you, this could be a family argument over money. And, you know, all of the 13s we're seeing here is something coming to an end. 10 of Swords and a 13 could be that someone someone has passed away. I'm not saying someone will. I'm saying someone has already passed away. And it might be an argument over money or over wealth or who takes control of the estate or something like that. It could be that as well. I feel like when you do finally close the door, that this is an accomplishment that makes you feel better. Then we've got the Ace of Cups Cups here. It makes me feel like it smooths everything over, or you start to feel better about the situation that you're in. But right now in the future is the Moon energy. You don't really know what's going to happen, and that's why you haven't said anything. Or maybe someone's asked you not to say anything. Possibly a Cancer. Somebody who's like, please don't make the waves. Please don't rock the boat. But I feel like the boat is here, right? 6 of Swords. I feel like you're about to leave a situation here. We've got the Chariot here, and we've got the Moon. So it feels like you're about to make some sort of decision or say something that it feels like you say it like that quickly. The Chariot is the quickest moving energy, right? And it feels like you're not expecting to say it, but I feel like you will say it. Let's find out what that is. Tell me about Gemini, please. Because I feel like right in the moment of alchemy, you say something that is life-changing to somebody, or that changes the whole situation, is what it feels like here, Gemini. We've got Justice, but look, it gives you justice. You're like, I've got to say it. Because justice is like the balancing of the scales, and Libra is the Queen of Swords, right? Of course, Aquarius and Gemini, because we are in a reading that is general, but we have justice energy here. At the moment of alchemy, I feel like you do say something, you finally speak out, stand up for yourself, and it does balance the scales. Now somebody knows you mean business. It could be a Libra we're talking about. Now a Libra knows you mean business, possibly. We also have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo energy here, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Libra as well. I think I already said that. We do have the Two of Swords. Yeah, you're making this decision to release something. Again, another indication of release. We've got the full moon over your head here. Three of Swords. Not everyone's going to be happy. Not everyone is going to be happy at all. But look, 6 and 2 is 8. It feels like it happens like that. It's like you get in a group of people, and whoever it is that's in the room is at it again. And they're talking behind your back, and you can see that it's going on, or they're starting to breed contention in the group, and you stand up and say, not this time, not today, Satan. Nope. Nuh-uh. We've got the Star. You know what I feel? I feel like it does end up bringing you healing, is what it is. It feels like being able to say something, like saying, look, this person's lying to all of you. I don't know what you guys are doing. We got Knight of Swords energy here. We got Knight of Swords energy here. Gemini energy. I don't know why you guys talk to that person. I don't know why you trust that person. It feels like you are standing up for everybody here. Look, the Three of Swords is here. There's going to be somebody within the family who's going to recoil, who's going to freak out, who's going to go, oh no, God, here it goes, right? We've got the 5, the 1 is 6, and then 3 is 9. Somebody's going to be worried about it. I feel like the 3 of Swords is telling me someone's like, oh no, you said it, Gemini, and now everything is going to be busting open here. But look, the 5 of Swords is back, right? The 5 of Swords is here. The 5 of Swords is here. And so I feel, and the 5 of Swords is here. So I feel like it's like we can't keep going through this lack of communication, or allow this person to breed contention, or it feels like it is somebody that's in the group here. And I feel like this Libra energy here, it feels like you must have justice. And so I feel like you're about to say something in the week ahead to somebody in a group of people, in a family, at work. Somebody's going out in a blaze of glory, and some people are going to not like it, but I feel like it needs to be said, because if it needs to be said, give it to Gemini. Gemini will say it. We've got the Sun. It's going to cause a breakthrough. Look, it's going to cause a breakthrough. This is happiness. This is growth. This is, I feel like somebody in the family has been asking you to hold back your opinion. Or a friend is saying, please, when my friend is in the room, please don't argue with them. Like, I feel like you're the one that's being stifled, and I don't think you can be stifled anymore because the Sun is here. You have a breakthrough, which is growth. And so I feel like you grow spiritually, mentally, physically. All of a sudden, the block is removed, and now the Sun is here. Everything is growing here. Because now you've realized, right? There's a realization that I was in the 9 of Swords, right? I said 5, 6, and 3 is 9. I was in the 9 of Swords, and it was making me lose sleep. It was being hard on my health. Make no mistake about it, right? When we have stress in our lives, it makes us physically ill. It can give you a cold and many other things. I feel like you get face to face with this person, you take your chance, and you exact your justice, my friend. And that's why I love Gemini energy. Gemini's not pissing around. Do it, Gemini. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you, and I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye-bye.